the stream starts at 9 PM BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. The stream starts at 9 PM BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. The stream starts at 9 PM BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. The stream starts at 9 PM BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. The stream starts at 9 PM BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the The stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Less than half an hour. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 15 minutes. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 15 minutes. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 15 minutes. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 15 minutes. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 15 minutes. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 10 minutes now. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 10 minutes now. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 10 minutes now. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Oh, less than 10 minutes now. Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Ooh, less than 10.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 5 to 9, and we haven't technically started just yet, but we're going to just dive straight in. We're going to be joined today by Ender, who's looking at the exciting world of combat. So he's going to try and be implementing some sort of combat system into the engine. I think someone's about to run on screen any second now and ask us. Here we go.
Hey, the stream starts at 9 p.m. BST.
So, how long until it starts then?
Ooh, less than 5 minutes.
Nice. Sorry, Ender. I've got to see it through. Right. Okay. Here we go. Ender, how the hell are you?
Oh, I'm good, man. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's nice to have you live on the stream. But don't worry about that. Just act like everything's normal.
Mute the stream, because I can't have two things coming at me at once.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Right, I'm just going to kill the stream as well. So, ta-da! And let's switch to my mug. There we go. I've got a bit of background here. Let me just sort my setup out, Ender, 2 secs. That looks kind of alright. That'll do. So, how are you doing? How's your week been?
Messing around with combat has done my head.
Yeah? Tell me about it. Take me from the beginning. Take me all the way through your thinking process. What's happened?
So, first things first. I didn't even start. What kind of combat? Never mind. Jesus. Right. So my thought process is a bit of a mess. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I started off just sketching up a basic combat action thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just a nice class to hold a combat action. It started off with a cooldown, a name, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So as generic as possible. That was really simple, less than a minute. In fact, probably less than 30 seconds. It's like a few lines.
Nice.
The next thing was my next thought was, how do I serialize this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we had a discussion, JSON or binary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, JSON it is.
Cool.
So next, I started thinking about how to serialize it in JSON. There's multiple options in C#. You can either use this third-party package from Microsoft, which pretty much everyone uses, or you can use the built-in JSON, which is newer and, I don't know, maybe slightly faster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the GD script has like a single unified JSON thing. In fact, Godot has JSON serialization built in, so shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, so Godot's got, just looking here, is this, I'm trying to translate some more code from GD to C#. So here's an example of a file getting loaded and passed with JSON, and he wants to convert this into C#.
Because in C#, the Godot methods are just named differently. I'm pretty sure that there's a JSON.pass equivalent with a lowercase. It should exist.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah. JSON pass result. So you get the same sort of object types, and then JSON.pass, and then you throw in the text. Cool. Okay. Nice.
So yeah, I started getting the serialization working. Then and only then did I start to think, how can I actually serialize the actions?
Mm-hmm.
Because once I got serialization working for the name and like the cooldown, which is really simple, it's just serializing a string and a floating point number, a single, or as a float, whatever you want to call it. That took a few minutes. just for me to decide which libraries. I decided to go with the built-in one because I don't have any reliance on third-party packages, but that's my choice. So yeah, I got the serialization working, then I started thinking, how do I actually serialize the effect this has on here? And we also had that little talk about archetypes versus other stuff. And so I implemented the archetypes, and now I have an attack combat action and a skill invocation combat action.
Okay.
It's the way I've done this is a bit weird. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
Okay, so is there something we can see at the moment, even text-based?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Do you want to bring it up and share your screen, and we can put it on the stream?
Yeah, let me actually do.
Cool. All right.
Discord, how do you work? just a second.
No worries.
Okay. Not sure if it works because I've got Godot in the foreground.
There we go. Yep.
With stuff.
All right, let me get this on the stream here. There we go. So yeah, so you might have to share your screen if you aren't already.
Did I know?
Oh yeah, there you go. That's it. You got it. Nice. Okay, cool. Oh wow, you've definitely come on a bit since last time we saw this. Jove versus Goblin. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just had to have the generic enemy. In fact, let me restart just to take it from the very beginning.
Okay.
Okay. This is again really basic, and it's not turn-based yet because I wanted to figure out how to actually get the serialization down pat just before I work on the turn-based stuff. So it's still real time.
Nice.
But the core stuff's there.
Okay.
Punch. So before I explain the actions, each Jove and the Goblin, they're. Now you know what? I'm gonna restart. Sorry, I'm getting it twisted in my head. Okay, I did this using ECS.
Okay.
Because I'm sadomasochistic. I'm just masochistic that way, right?
Oh my god.
So Jove is simply an entity. We have a global entity called the player right now, and we just get a reference to him, and that's what we assign.
Okay.
Give me a sec, actually. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, we assign the player, and then we check to see if a data component is registered. That just holds their name.
Okay.
And we see if a combat component is registered. This combat component.
Matt, you've actually coded this in a language that you're more familiar with before attempting to do it in Godot.
Yes.
The whole point is for you to learn Godot, right?
I'm going to translate it.
Okay, cool.
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
That's good, actually, because you're developing it with an architecture that you're familiar with. So that's good. It's a good way of actually having a shot.
I also with GD script. How does it actually handle classes? Can you have a .gd file that doesn't extend anything? It just holds data types.
Yes.
You can.
Yep.
Okay. That's actually awesome. So I'll switch to that once I've got this figured out in my head how I want to do combat, because I'm still working through that.
Okay.
In any case, this combat component is what we see that holds your experience, health, armor, strength, intelligence.
Cool.
That's actually what we see. You see Jove, Goblin, they both have experience, health, armor, strength, intelligence.
Brilliant. Yep.
They both have a combat component.
Okay.
This Jove and Goblin are basically their names. That comes from the data component. But for right now, we just want to focus on the combat.
Okay.
So you see that the Goblin has 25 armor, 100 health. When we have a punch action, once it's invoked, the Goblin loses armor first. Loses armor again. Loses armor again. It's -5. That'll say broken once I get around to that. But we also see that any excess damage is transferred to the health.
Yep, nice.
So it's not like the armor, if it's at 1 HP, will block an attack completely. No. because that's a bit cheap
Mhm.
in my eyes. And blah 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 blah.
Cool. So I can see already
problem.
you're going to want some sort of mechanism for like critical attacks, right? Where
Yeah.
the armor is bypassed, for example, and you get through
Yeah.
the armor, like a percentage chance depending on the weapon you're using, which is probably really unlikely with a punch, but maybe more likely with
Mhm.
something like a sniper rifle or something.
If one thing I want to work on is the inventory system.
Mhm.
I've started working on that, and then I came back to because I want to leave that for a bit later. Once I have the inventory system, I can then work on having a held weapon,
Mhm.
and then implement critical hits slightly better.
Sweet. This is looking awesome, man. Really cool. Okay, so show me where you're serializing your data at the moment.
Okay, yeah. Oh, one actual thing I want to show.
Mm.
Serialization. It's in.
Mhm.
Give me a sec.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so I see. I'd be interested to see how you implement an inventory system, because your melee, I suppose your melee comes hand in hand, right? You could punch, kick, and use an item.
Yeah, use a weapon.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
In fact, like because this is meant to be more turn-based, I have to convert the actions over to a state machine, basically.
It doesn't have to be. I kind of like this. It's a cool idea. I like the idea of it being real time.
The problem is I don't know how to do enemies. I could run them on a separate thread,
Mm-hmm.
And just have all of the enemies do stuff as soon as their action,
They
cooldown
react.
expires.
Yeah.
Do that, but then that runs the risk of them basically having a bot clicking it with frame perfect accuracy, which is just going to be
Totally.
how fast can you click compared to how fast they can click.
Yeah, you're right. Turn-based kind of makes more sense.
I'll think about it
Okay.
more deeply later. I haven't had much time.
Sure. I mean, you could always
go.
have like a runaway option, and then some sort of natural delay between attacks, like a maybe just like over big cooldowns for the enemy, and then balance the gameplay based on, if the enemy has huge cooldowns, then they've got to have like quite high attacks and damage overall. But balancing will come at the end, right? My face.
Yeah, it should. Okay. I mean, honestly, it's a bit like it is lackluster, but that's all I have.
No, that's brilliant. That's not lackluster at all. That's awesome. So, and there's other elements you're bringing into the game as well, like intelligence and stuff, and experience. So, it's making it open to anything, whether it's fantasy or science fiction or whatever. That's the main thing as well. Just keep it open to a generic system that can be applied to anything. I think it's cool. I'd love to see though. So once you've got your foundations, which you're almost there by the looks of things, something that can make it a little bit different to your everyday type of thing. So maybe like maybe there's some sort of skill device that you have to something the player has to do in order to land a punch. So if the chances of you punching are really low, then this skill game is really hard. Or maybe it's like, like the golf games you play, where you press a button and the swing goes up to 100%, and then you click it and it goes.
Yeah.
So I mean, on even like a basic level, you could have something where there is a little element of player skill involved, where you just have to click, and depending on how good you are, how you could add stuff like what do you call it, dexterity. And see, so it would be harder to hit this enemy with particular weapons, and depending on how good you are with those weapons or abilities, then the sweet spot becomes more difficult. The sweet spot, if you get it spot on, is a critical hit, and it's really hard to get. And then there's an area around that which is like a normal attack, and there's an area around that which is a complete miss. And so your little skill game could be around that, and then you're just adding a little dynamic to it just to make it something different. Doesn't have to be that, but it's just an idea. Did you see?
I like that idea. I like that idea.
On one of the videos we did, there was like a music game. So when you were attacking, it had a rhythm to it. So you had to learn the rhythm of the enemy in order to get the attack on. It was quite interesting. This like anything you want, but yeah, do something different. I think that's the main thing. Just think about it while you're working on it. Don't have to do it now, but I think you should still get the fundamentals of inventory added in. But it's looking really good, man. You're talented, very talented.
I'm really not, my dude. I'm not.
You're good, man.
There are people much better than me.
Oh, there are people much better than everyone, man. So it's always,
It's just really
but it's all about your overall experience in the world. So I might not be a great coder, but I might be a better, I don't know, trader or whatever. So it's don't try and compare yourself to others. I'm just telling you, you're pretty decent, man. You're going to be a talented coder when you.
Thank you.
Graduate uni.
I will be going to uni.
Yeah, you're at school.
Finish sixth form.
Right, cool. Man, you're a lot better than I was at that. Man, when I was at finishing sixth form, I'd just done the graphics for a game. I wasn't actually writing them. But yeah, it's cool, man. Really good. And so, what did you say you're programming that in the moment? ECS?
Programming it in C# using the ECS
Editor.
architecture thing.
Right, okay.
Mainly
I have no idea about that at all. I don't know anything about it.
It's really cool, honestly. Basically, you define a really basic entity, and this entity is very abstract. It's literally just the only thing it holds is an ID. It doesn't even have to hold that, to be honest. It could be completely empty, and it could just have methods on it. It doesn't have to. But
Gotcha.
the whole premise is that you've got this basically number, this ID, and to that ID you assign components which contain data. That's the EC in ECS, entity component.
Right, gotcha.
On top of that, you've then got these things called systems, and these systems they contain the functionality, but they operate on large chunks of data. They They basically take a list of components and apply the same action to all the components. It's really nice because it's really fast. It executes more like a CPU in that CPUs are optimized towards working on large contiguous blocks of memory. That's just what they're fastest at. That's why cache is really useful. If you can fill the cache and then just operate on the cache in blocks of, say, the same size as the cache, it's really, really ridiculously fast. It's tens of times faster than accessing RAM. Therefore, by basically shaping your data and massaging it into these components in these systems, you get better utilization of your CPU, basically.
Interesting.
I have not implemented systems, and as far as I know, Godot doesn't offer ECS built-in like Unity does. But I've still attempted something similar, mainly because it's also in addition to being really nice with the processor and like the speed that it can get, the potential for speed, it's also really easy to add functionality to anything. Say you had a house and the house had a color component. Say you had a person entity that also had a color component, but it also had a movement component. If you so wanted to, you could simply register or add the movement component to the house, and the house would then behave like a player and move around.
Cool. Nice.
It's really easy to add new stuff to existing things in your game.
That is very slick. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not aware of any sort of functionality for Godot with that. Oh, anime. Bro, did you remember me? Yeah, man. It was only yesterday. How you doing?
Honestly, I think that's enough of me talking.
No, that's awesome, man.
Show what you've got.
I think that's really cool. I think in terms of like classes and GD script, I'll give you a really quick rundown, although you'll probably work it out much quicker just looking at a video. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so how much GD script have you done so far then?
I've looked into the very basics.
Yeah, so I mean, all you're doing, if I go back to, let's have a look, let's quit back to Sphoria. I only really got the basics like a few episodes ago. So, like for example, I created a script here, which as part of the as part of my pathfinding, right? So I've created a script which is just a class of root node with some properties. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it. It's just a script here. Boom, done. So if I want to call that, then see where I called it. I need to search in files. Yeah. It doesn't look like I even used it. I better delete that.
Quick question.
Yep.
Can you have multiple classes in one file?
I believe not. No.
Okay.
A
So
file
it's
is a
a file
class.
per class.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty sure. So you can extend, obviously, a class. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you define a class, you can extend a class. You can access the super class with dot. So if I want to access node 2D, I'd do it like that. That would access the super. And I'm trying to remember where we did it. Oh yeah, hold on a sec. Yeah, so we can extend something, define it as a new class. Yeah.
Oh, you can have multiple classes in one file.
Is that what you mean?
So does that's what 1-bit says.
Oh, well, 1-bit would know best. Go on, 1-bit. Tell us how it's done. I haven't got a clue, to be honest. I mean, I'm just a noob. 1-bit will tell us. So this is 1-bit's code here. This location map here. Use class, not class name, to define an inner class. Ah. Interesting.
How does that work with the white space? Because as far as I can see, and from what I know, GD script is similar to Python in that it's a white space. It uses white space to delineate.
Yeah.
Between.
Yeah. Totally. So you go. If
How
ender
does that work with those?
equals 1 colon, right, and then you have to indent here. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. That's exactly how Python does it. It's just uses white space to delineate between the logical scopes in your program.
Yeah, I think you can still use brackets though.
Oh, you can.
I think I think it allows for the use of brackets, but obviously no one does.
How would that work with if you've got a colon? Where does the man
with a colon? Did you say? What did you say?
Oh no, like I meant the more C# like syntax of having the curly braces.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. X equals 1. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you use brackets, an expression can span over multiple lines. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think this will do it. I don't think that'll work. It'll just say, oh no, there you go. Yeah, you can still do that. So yeah, if you prefer, if you've got to have your curly brackets.
That is ugly.
It is ugly.
Colon, curly braces. That is hideous.
No curly braces though. Are you sure?
Oh, okay. So you can't use curly braces.
Seems
I mean, compile it. Let's see. They claim to have blazing fast compile times. Let's put that to the test.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't like what Godot. Godot doesn't even need to compile. It's like
yeah, it's interpreted. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so it's running the engine right now in the editor. Although, yeah, you can export your project.
Makes sense. Yeah, the curly braces are only used for dictionaries, and I'm assuming that's for initializers. Having them for initializers makes sense.
Don't ask me, but yeah, probably.
Yeah, 1-bit says yes.
1-bit is the guru.
Yeah, well,
Right. So all this is going to this format we've got at the moment. All of this was going to get ripped out at some point. I wonder how will we implement enemies? I think rather than having a specific enemy, we'd probably have like enemy characters, right? And then put them in places on the map, or generate them to appear on the map in places, or have some sort of encounter. So that'll be like a second step with the engine.
I would vouch for ECS architecture. Treat enemies exactly the same as players. Just create an entity, add components. But that's just me.
Yeah, totally. I know. This is the thing about like multiple coders working on the same project. You have to adopt some sort of standard, and unfortunately, my standards are pretty low when it comes to this. I'm just literally trying to create something as quickly and rapidly as possible. So, any questions at the moment on what you're doing, or are you happy cracking on with that bit?
I'm perfectly happy just cracking on with it, honestly.
Cool. Take the plunge, man. Take the plunge and try and do something in GD script, because I think the process of doing it is going to be because you're going to do things in a different way with GD script. So I know you.
Would you?
Well,
how different would it be, do you think?
I don't know, but you've got no components, so your architecture is going to be slightly different, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. I wonder if you could emulate these component things.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
GD script. There's no point. Just do it the old-fashioned, quick and dirty, and fix it up later.
Oops. What's it called again? Something component.
ECS.
Okay, do you think it'll just find it if I do that? Oh, there you go. Da-da.
Oh yeah, cache efficiency. Mad.
Anytime anyone brings up the prospect of developing an ECS API for Godot, redoes, it's always just recommended users try to use the server API. Godot actually gives users scripts very low level access to the server API.
That's pretty cool. I'll definitely look at Godot more then.
You can directly add new requests to various servers and even read information directly from the physics world state. I didn't even know they existed. Wow. Jeez. Well, you know what? Don't bite off too much too quick. Start basic. Make yourself a 2D platformer first. I don't know. That's just what I did. Right. Thank you, Ender. Thank you for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, likewise. I'll continue watching the stream, but I'll go actually back to work.
Yeah, no worries.
Doing something.
Yeah, just chime in at any point. Yeah, I'm going to just try and get my one of my characters following today. So, oh, that's nice. You seen what this guy's done? He's done this kind of like 3D 8-bit.
2.5D, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it's. That's what he calls it. Yeah. What the hell is 2.5D? I mean, why wouldn't you not just do it in 3D with pixelation? I don't even know what 2.5 is. It's so slick.
As far as I knew, 2.5D would be how thingy. When you've got the illusion of 3D, but it's all like, well, this man seems to have done it actually fully 3D. Look at the bed.
I know, but he's saying it isn't.
That's a
Look
lie.
at the light. Look at the light. Let's have a look at the comments. We're back to side-scrolling shots.
One bit's gonna send his head soon.
Oh, nice, one bit. Thank you. You sure I can't convince you to send your head, man?
Yeah, not at the moment. Maybe later.
I'm gonna have different people running out on that intro screen, asking what time it starts. I'm gonna put I'll put a little label under you to say who you are, and then you'll have to give me a voice recording to say is it starting soon? Yeah. So just to make it a little less irritating. I don't want to spend too long on it though. As always, that's like my catchphrase. Don't want to spend too long on this because obviously I need to get to the end of the development. The end of the first lockdown's almost with us. Of course, that will quickly be followed by the second lockdown. So
as soon as everyone's like let out, and it all just starts back up again.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I was just looking at the BBC News today, and if we look at world news, where is it? I'm pretty sure it was South Korea that's basically gone into lockdown again, just because of it. As soon as they opened the schools, they got another outbreak, and they had to close. Well, I think they closed the whole country again. And South Korea have been pretty good, I think, as far as I know, in controlling it. So anyway, never mind. It's all good. Maybe we can stay indoors and code more Godot. Oh man, I'm stiff already. Oh. Right, thanks, Ender. We're going to cut now to a little bit of looking more at Reddit. In fact, why don't you just join me to look at Reddit with me? So 2.5D, is it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
2.5D is a construction of three-dimensional environment from 2D retinal projections. 2.5D is inherently the ability to perceive the physical environment, which allows for the understanding of relationships between objects and ourselves within an environment. It sounds very arty, rather than technical. Geographic visualization to help understand visual, cognitive, spatial representations. All right. So it's like a mathematical projection of 2D to fake the 3D. Interesting. First Nintendo Switch game built in Godot was released today. Interesting. Isn't that the third game? And there are two others. I'm pretty sure there's a few other ones. Resolution. Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah. Cool. It's pretty slick. Switch. But it's nice to see Godot hitting the mainstream more and more. Oh, I'm scrolling through Twitch now. Twitter. I was trying 3D for the first time, and instead of making my player shoot bullets, I managed to make him poop. What? Hilarious. It's like physics-based bullets. It really are just like I found a baby bird once, and I was looking after it a bit before it got taken by the RSPCA, and it would always just crawl to the edge of the nest, just stick its ass over the edge and just shit. It was pretty clever, so it didn't poo all over its own nest. New features for the upcoming version 2 of Destructible Object Script. I saw the first one of this. It's very cool. I do wonder what it's doing here.
I think it just subdivides the sprite into using lines into many sub-sprites.
Yeah.
And just create new physics objects based on.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. I wasn't sure if it was fake or not in the first one, like just pretending to, but it does seem to be actually doing that. Yeah.
I'm wondering how it handles large objects and how the performance works on it. Is it going to absolutely kill your FPS?
I suppose it depends on how many tiles you want to chop it into, right? So the object size doesn't really matter. It's just how many tiles you're gonna break it into. But yeah, it would, because it's physics based, right? So what's this circle thing here? Pretty cool. I am working on a chicken farming game and spent today making this little farmer guy. Well, that looks like a hit. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is awesome. What is going on? Oh wow. They've all got names as well. Oh, he's giving them love. Oh, now he's giving them food. I like little simple ideas like this. Wow, that's a lot of chickens. What do you think? Are you impressed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chicken farming, your kind of thing? What about yeah.
Can I actually do something? That's mad.
Everyone likes these simulation games. I tried Euro Simulator, the truck driving simulation. I don't know if this is going to be a realistic chicken farming game, by the way, but and I do quite like the simulator games, but not for long. Probably just long enough to have a go in a truck and then go, that was good. Moving on. Not realistic enough, I think. That's an advert. Brilliant.
Oral artist. That's mad.
Loading and saving game data in Godot. Done that. It's been there. Got it working. It's not too hard, actually. You just step through all your nodes and save the state, and then load them. And Godot's got some great little helpers for that. Need help setting up layers, generating a mini map from tile maps. Oh, that's cool. Let's have a look. Oh, cool. Yeah, great. Nice. Godot editor running in a browser is now a thing. I thought it already was.
What are they using? WebAssembly. Compiled to WASM.
WASM?
No, they're just using HTML5.
Okay.
HTML. Yeah, WASM's really cool. You can compile CPP and C to WASM.
Cool. I didn't even know that this wasn't an option. I thought you could already export to HTML.
WASM. Godot itself can export games to HTML5, but it wasn't done for the game engine due to the past browser limitations, that are gradually being added thanks to things like WebAssembly. Does it use WebAssembly or not? Who knows?
Well, there you go. Yeah, I think I might have showed you before. I did a game in what's it called? JavaScript game engine starts with a P. Phaser. There it is.
Pong or something?
Hey?
You did have like a Pong thing on your website.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the one. So Phases. I mean, if I was going to make a web game, I'd be doing it in Phase and not Godot, but still, pretty cool.
Managed to get the Pong game working because it wasn't working the last time you showed it.
Was it? Oh yeah, you're right.
No, breaking.
Mario Pong. There you go. I must have just had a dodgy internet connection.
Oh.
Oh, you're right. Oh, there you go. Hey. So yeah, it's Mario versus Luigi, and you've got to get a shell to the other side, and you've got to pick up the coins at the same time. So yeah, that's my first Phaser game. And as you pick up the coins, obviously it becomes easier to block. But if the ball, the shell gets hit too many times, then it goes a bit nuts. And also, if you get too big, you've got to avoid the coin, because if I hit a coin now, then I'm going to pop, because I've eaten too many coins. That was it at the moment, really just a little bit of... there it is. Hey, I'm about to be in small again. So yeah, there you go. Quite fun. It's a great little engine there. I just thought, right, I think we were having a competition in the office, and it was like, what languages? Sorry, not what languages. What basic game could we redevelop?
Oh, one bit mentioning GameOfTheMonth.io. Gotham.
Oh, cool. Hey, man. Sorry. Oh, I need a honk. Yes, I need the Twitch alert honker. I've turned off the voice alerts, so maybe I should turn on the voice alerts again. Let's turn on the voice. Where is it? Oh, I don't know how to do it.
I should be going because it's getting a bit late.
All right, man.
And I wake up earlier than usual tomorrow to get some work done.
Good man. Good man.
Thanks for having me. I'll try to get some more work done on combat.
No worries, man.
Later.
Hey, take it easy, man. I'll catch you later on, maybe this weekend.
Oh yeah, bye one bit.
Cheers, Ender. Cheers, Ender. Right, let's have a look one bit. Gotm.io coming right up. Oh, before I do that, look, Godot 3, visual shaders and flipbooks. Sorry, but I'm excited here.
Hello and welcome to the Game Dev Outpost. Do something similar to this,
Look
like
at this.
spreadsheets. So essentially, a flipbook is a texture that's broken up into CN. So I can visually it'll go to 2, 3, 4.
See, I don't even know how to do a shader
To drive the Y this value, so that if it's 0.8
with or without this sort of thing.
divided
I do fancy doing
And
some
then
shader stuff at some point. I found a really nice tutorial on
by
it.
rate with the scalar constant. So,
Using what's it called? Is it shader.io or something? A shader toy. So there's a shader toy is just amazing, right? Anyway, sorry. Right, let's go over to Gotm.io. Cool. Playable Godot projects. Are these all Godot projects? Wow. You'd think that if you were going to create a website called Gotm, and you'd say somewhere on the website that it's Godot. Right? How do you know about this, man? Oh. Cool. What happens if I get caught? Huh! Nothing. He just like looks a bit. Huh! Okay. Well. That's game of the month. Sorry, no offense to whoever made that fantastic game. I'm sure there's better ones, so let's have a look. Guardian Sphere. Now we're talking. Oh, Pixel Boy. Man, I love his stuff. Let's have a look. Humans have already discovered the sphere's ultimate energy source. Man, honestly, I'm always just like, damn, that's so slick. I don't know what my fire button is yet. I'm gonna work it out though, without getting hit. Oh, they can shoot backwards. Man, I'm trying all my keys here. Ah! Ugh. That's brilliant. Oh, okay, cool. So wait, how do you upload a game to this then? It's a bizarre sort of website. Ah, cool. Right, okay. Ah, okay. Cool. Oh man, that's awesome. That is a cool idea. I love stuff like this. Man, this will be great for the Godot community. It's like a Godot's very own itch.io. Matchmaking in June. Wow, pretty cool. That's awesome. I got the new Pico, right? Pico 0.02 or something as well. Out. Is it this week? Last week? Oh well, Pico 8. Yeah, 020i. Have you used Pico much at all, one bit? Like, if they were going to do something like GOTM, they need to look to what Pico 8 have done here, because honestly, it's just so slick. Plus, all the games on here are just such a high standard. I don't know how they vet them. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, that's like some sort of Mario cheat. A high standard. And I can't get down. Peacraft. A storm leaveth you on a deserted island. Style. Oh my god. Oh, this one's after me. What? You died alone. You died. Right, anyway, enough of that. I better do some coding, eh? It's almost 9:45 already. Damn. Alright. Oh my goodness, look at that. This is why I would like to learn how to do shaders. I think if I started learning shaders, I'd probably be tempted to do more 3D stuff, as well as 2D shaders, obviously. But man, so slick that is just done with a bit of code. It just blows my mind. Let me just have a look at the code used to develop this steaming asteroid. I think the first shader that Oh yeah, man. Honestly, like, you know what? You know what's missing the most on Godot and in general is good shader tutorials. It's like a dark art. No one's managed to teach it well, I don't think. There needs to be like tutorials mixed with tests, mixed with. I don't know if, like, you know, this is probably why I'm such a bad coder, right? When I started learning code back in the day, when I took the jump, it was Blitz Basic. Do you ever see that? So this is really the first thing I did. And if we go on YouTube, let's see. I'm sure it was like a tutorial. It was really cool. It had this little dude, and he taught you to program. I can't remember where it was. But yeah. I can't remember. It was good though. Blitz Basic was awesome. It was so fast as well.
These days, but you say, no worries, Santi Darchi. Nice. Where am I going?
So I wrote a ton of Blitz Basic games.
It's basically when I'm doing my pixel art. Sometimes I draw a background on a 16 colour screen, then I draw another piece of artwork, maybe use another 16 colours or.
I can't believe she is just making a Blitz Basic game. I just don't know if I would have the patience to do something
just
like
the
this.
basics like so, and then basically throughout the process,
It's nuts.
if I just show you a couple of other files, it becomes more fleshed out, as it were. So,
I sometimes worry a bit that, yeah, after 20 years of not coding any Blitz Basic, I thought I'd take a look at this evening on my Amiga 600. My God. Gonky. Ah. Ew. Hey, wow, cool. Nice new channel, man. Stick that on my list. So he's got shader tutorials, right? Procedural fog, procedural water. Playlists.
Do you want to learn to draw professional and impressive artwork from scratch that will blow people's minds? I'm Scott Harris, professional illustrator, painter, and artist.
Cool.
My character drawing course on Udemy has helped thousands of students gain the art skills they need to draw well, and I can teach you too. For a limited time, get up to 75%
I watched one of
off my
Gonky's.
best-selling Udemy course. Just click the button below to get started now.
And it looks like I watched this one as well.
This is a clear aligner from Smile Direct Club. It takes teeth like these and transforms.
And then we get the result of the sign and we put it in a fract rand, which is the rand function, and then we'll pass in our texture coordinate, which you can get by typing in capital UV.
See, I really don't think these are straightforward enough. Have you seen Coding Train? He is like the gold standard for teaching code, right? I mean, this guy is like a absolute legend. I love the way he does it. And he's got his
this basics
thank you.
Game and our project.
He's got his little
Hello
whiteboard.
And welcome to today's code.
Where's his whiteboard? He goes out and he explains the concepts and he really goes into detail. I don't know if he does any shaders though. Oh, maybe he does. WebGL, solar system processing, fluid simulation. No, it doesn't look like he is. Lighting and material. Be a good one. But anyway. Ah, blimey. Let's have a quick look at this. That's a fair bit of maths. Stocks recover after Trump's China actions, not as bad as feared. Well, happy days. Happy days. It's not been a great day for the old markets. Right. Well, I've seen enough. At some point, though, one bit, that'd be cool. How about the 1-bit shader training university? Incidentally, if you ever want to do anything like that, I'm your man. I can certainly help with that sort of thing. My whole team can. Making membership sites in universities is our thing. Let's have a look, see where we're up to. I think I was in the middle of something before. Oh yeah, so I was going to learn Affinity Photo Design. I was going to work on a countdown. I mean, it needs a bit of work, but I'll say I've done that for now, and I'll do that a bit more in my spare time. Currently, the signals are connected to Bob. They should connect to any character. Investigate. Oh, let's have a look. What's this?
So today we're going to work on some simple shaders that will hopefully set the groundwork for more complex shaders in the future. Why in a grid?
Oh, this is
just
good.
Like computer screens where it's
Yeah.
not GD script and has a lot of little things you have to remember. Places this image, just see showing how you can see this line at the bottom. The UV influence is the first one to see if it is actually.
Oh, this looks good. Mate. Has he got many of them, or is it just like the one?
Them...
Ginger Aegis Games. How to Lightning. Wish I knowed. Wish I knowed. Oh, he's not done many, has he? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's done a few more than you'd think. So, Vertex Shaders Basics. Done 3. It's pretty cool, though. I shall bookmark this guy as well. That's awesome. Man, it's amazing how much good GD, Godot tutorials are out there that you just don't know about.
So today we're going to work on projectiles, and then the function, and that.
And if I wasn't working, maybe if I had a holiday, I'd be watching a hell of a lot more of these. I'm definitely going to bookmark that though. Let's get that bookmarked. We'll make a little folder in coding. We'll call it tutorials. I'll stick that in there. I'll stick this one in. Oh no, that's the same one, is it? Nope.
So today we're going to look at a few vertex shaders. Now they're very simple.
It's a very subtle.
So today we're going to go over some shader code that will make a disappearing effect and.
Cool. That's awesome. Right. So I've got a bit of an issue. 1-bit, can you help me with this real quick? It's all I want to do before I call it a night. It's Friday. I've been sitting on my ass all day and I'm so stiff, so I'm going to get an early night as well. But I'd like to finish this problem. So I've got a signal that tells me when a character's finished moving. So I've got Bob, Graham, AI, and Jove, right? And they're moving around in the game, right? So here's Graham. Graham just moved out. He just left. All we really care about though is Bob right now, because Bob. Let's have a look. Let me just work this out here. Right, if I go to node, I don't see anything connected to Bob here. Let me just remind myself exactly what bit of code I was looking at. I think it's part of character. Yeah, it will be. So, here we go. So I've got these two callbacks here. One bit. I've got one for when an NPC leaves the location that a player is in, and I've got one for when an NPC transition into the location that the player is in, right? So in this, I want to then have our character occasionally say, "Hey, how you doing?" So at the moment, this signal, look, is connected to Bob. What the hell? How do I make this signal? How do I connect this signal from? It's an audio controller functions, which is here. How do I pick up this signal from any character? So wait a minute, hold on a sec. Do I do an emit signal here? I think I do. Yeah. Nope, that's not the ones I want. No, it's on move. It's the character moving, right? Transition in. So it is part of the audio controller. Oh, transition. Where the hell do I do it again? Must be on the move. Move. Okay, yeah. So I want my player to. So when I move, or when my NPC moves, let's see. Check if previous location is player's current location. If so, play the exit audio. Oh man. So what I'm doing here is I'm checking to see if the NPC is leaving the location of the player or is arriving at the location of the player. So then it plays a bit of audio. Play NPC transition, right? So in audio controller, I've got play NPC transition. So at the end of this, I send out a signal, right? Emit signal. So I play the audio, but when the audio is finished, I wait for the audio to finish playing, and then I destroy the audio stream player, and then I let anyone that wants to know it's finished. So then what I did is I connected these. I look for these on the character script, right? So on audio controller NPC transition out finished, but the only way I could do that was if I connected it to a target. Now it thinks it's Graham. Oh, that one's Graham and this one's Bob. Oh, jeez, man. I don't even know how I connected these, but presumably I went to the audio controller, and yeah, there we go. So we can see up the top right here. So I've declared in audio controller, I've declared 2 custom signals, and then I have to connect them up, right? It is better to write code to connect rather than using the inspector. Ah, okay. So how do I do that? So let me Google it. Cancel. Google's come up. Cancel. Google. Cancel. Does the character have a ready function? I think he probably does. Yep. There we go. I should probably move that to the top. Oops. Man. Stupid keyboard. Oh yeah, that's fine. There we go. Alright. That's my ready function. Oh, looks like the game's still running. Okay. Called with a node enters the scene for the first time. Load the script for the character if not already loaded. Yeah. So I need to try and connect the signals. Godot GD script connect signal on ready. In the ready function, connect to the signal so all characters can receive the signal. Okay. Signals. Let's have a look. Connecting signals in code. First, disconnect the signal by selecting the connection in the timer's node tab and collecting disconnect. Okay. So, audio controller. Audio controller. Right click. Disconnect. Right click. Disconnect. Okay. To make the connection in the code, we use a connect function. We'll put it in the ready so that the connection will be made on run. The syntax is so. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's an example. Okay. So character on ready. So we want to. Our characters are here. So they're going to want to. They're not going to be able to access that directly because they're. So we need to do a get tree. Dot get current scene. Dot get node. Audio controller. Dot connect. We want to connect. So go back into the audio controller. We look at our signal, so we want to connect that. Yep, want to connect that for itself. Yep, to a function down here, which is hold on a sec. You know, just distracted slightly. I want to see. I want to see Phil's head. Is he here? Is he? Oh man, it's so good. That's brilliant, man. That's awesome. Hey, that's way too detailed. I hope that's the right resolution. Look at that. That is a work of art. You're very talented with your pixel art, man. That's so cool. Right, cool. I'll try and put that in this weekend. Brilliant. Brilliant. Love it. I was thinking one bit, if I can get that, if I do a Twitch integration on my countdown timer, then Ender was actually suggesting this. So when on a join, every time someone joins the channel, someone can run out and say how long is it going to be until it starts, and then we could make a command as well to like check the timer or interact with the characters in some way. Be bit of a laugh. Right, okay, so transition out finished. Audio controller. Oops, no, character. Ready. So transition in finished. Right, so do that twice, right? This one's out. Alright, that should be it then. Shouldn't be anything else I need to do there. Oh, it worked. You know it worked because it's trying to play an audio file for an object that doesn't exist. essentially just need a little bit of defensive coding here, just in case we didn't set any, because we don't necessarily need to have something. Oh, what's wrong there? Null or sound to load equals, oh, colon. Alright, and just to make this more obvious, down here, transition in, transition out. Okay, let's try it. Might still crash. No. Oh, there we go. Yep. Wow. Jeez. Invalid operands, int and string. Sound to load is a number. I can't say what. Sound to load is a number. What have I done there? What's our character script doing? Sound to play. Oh. It's an index, right? Oops. Sound to play is an index. There we go. It's like that signal's getting called too many times or something. It's a bit weird. Bob should not have changed. Oh, we got a meow. We got a meow. Audio NPCs enters. Right, so here we haven't got an audio NPC enters for who? For this character here, which is Graham, I think. Jove. Of course, Jove doesn't have a character script. He's like our player. We always want to ignore Graham. We always want to ignore Jove. The fact Jove is even moving is a bit worrying, but okay, there we go. This is not a great way of doing it. It's a bit messy. Nope. Oh, return. Thanks, Wombit. I think that's exactly it. It looks like the signal's getting called for every single meow. Yeah. It's getting called for every single character when one character gets called. So actually I need this signal to let me know who called it. Because it's getting connected to every character, right? So we've got to pass in something, which is a bit weird because at the moment we're just playing it. We've got character object name here. So if we've got character object name, have we got any character object name here? No. Man. Ugh. I always find I'm like, I'll develop a load of code and then I'll have this realization about, how the architecture needs to be. In this case, the audio controller kind of needs the context of the NPC or player who's making the noise. And at the moment, all these functions are just designed to just play a sound. So play NPC Transition. We're going to have to pass in the name of our character, I think, firstly. So we go back to our audio controller. Here's NPC Transition. So name of character. Alright. And default parameter expected. Or like that. Okay. Now, when we emit the signal, we're going to have to pass in the name of the character. Is that how we do it? I'm going to have to look at emit signal. Emit signal. Emit governing signal. Yeah, you can just pass in as many variables as you want. So, okay. So now we should be getting that in the signal. So over here, how pass the character name when the signal is emitted, so the signal function can check if the signal is not for the character. It can ignore. Yep, cool. So how do we check in here for how do we read that signal parameter? So in here. Okay, so you just declare parameter to the signal function. Is that it? So all right. Cool, thanks, man. All right. Okay, so now, yeah, like you say, if self or if name not equal to name of character, then we don't care. We only want to do this if it's the is that right? Man. Meow. There's some weird timing issue there because I must have it messed up. Let me go into the lift. Oh, not the lift. Let me go into so let's see when Graham comes back in. Come on, Graham. Looks like he's not coming back in. See the balcony? No. study. No. Where the hell did Graham go? Right, well the AI has transitioned out. And now the AI is going to transition in. But look, there's nothing, the signal isn't firing. I wonder if I've got something backwards there. So now the AI is gone. We've still got no transition. And now it's out. So it's, the signal's fired at the end of the audio. It just doesn't seem to be firing when they come in. Let's do a little debug here. So NPC transition in finished. Audio controller. So if we are fading in the audio, that means the character is arriving. That means we're going to emit the signal NPC transition in finished once the audio has finished fading in. Okay. Don't see any issues here. So we basically create a timer based on the length of the audio plus 1 before we fire up. So we want the person to walk in the room, have a natural pause before saying hi, or meow in this case. Oh no, that's fine. Okay. Time is at 10:15. 5 more minutes. So let's debug our character script then. Debug there, hit play. In fact, we're going to just jump in here if we get an in and the character's Graham. Just remind ourselves what Graham does. Graham is going to start in the living room. Wait, what time is it? 8 o'clock. So from 8 o'clock he's going to work from his current position into R&D. Aha! Alright, let's start again. So we just need to get ahead of him. So he's going to go straight to the lift, right? Right, so Graham should transition in here and meow. Yeah. We hear him leave. Right. Wow. Barely saw him. He was in and out. So it's Graham. It's going to randomize, decide what sound to play. It's going to play sound 1. It's not greeted the player yet. Ooh. We need to be setting that to true. Once we've done so. Meow. Plays the meow. And off we go. Okay, so it is working. It's just my print transition in isn't working for some reason. Oh, it is working. Oh, I don't know what the hell is going on there. It's a bit bizarre. I think it's just the timing is maybe confusing me here. So, okay, so now without that debugger on, if I go to the lift, Graham's going to be there. He's going to meow me. And then he's going to head to floor 2. Meow. Wow. I mean, he was there so quick he didn't even get a chance to meow. Where's Graham's script? Yeah, so he's got a really high speed here. He stays in the location for 4 seconds before moving on. So that's obviously a little bit. Oh no, 1 second. So it's just too quick. So that's the problem. So the pause is longer than the time it takes for him to even get to that location. So here we go. He'll come in. Now. Oh, another 8 seconds. There he is. 3, 2, 1, meow. Meow. Cool. So that's him saying hello. And then off he goes. It's really good. That's the fade out. The fade off is so quick on the fade out. What I need on my fade is like a tail fade. How do I do that? Audio controller, fade out. So at the moment I'm tweening all the way from highest volume to no volume. But what I want to do is only adjust the volume from a given position within the audio. So I want to tail off between the end of the audio. How would I do that? The tween starts when the player starts. I'd have to look at the sound. I'd have to look at the audio and then only start the tween once the audio is played for a certain amount. Look, I'm actually starting the tween here before I even start playing. So first of all, perhaps I should do that first. That might make it a little easier. Let's just hear what the difference is there on the left. I might make Graham a little bit quicker. It's a little bit slow. Let's go for 6 seconds. Too late now though, because he's loaded his times. And here he is. Meow. Hello, Graham. Nice. And off he goes. Yeah, you kind of want. It's just like this is the fastest lift ever, taking off like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory out the roof. Godot. Fade out audio. End of file. So here he's using an ease in. That makes sense. So that will give it a bit more of a tail. Let's do that. Oh no, that should be ease out. That should be ease in. Alright, let's try that. Last one. And then I'm committing my code. Calling it a night. Got some leftover pizza that's calling me. Hi, Graham. Meow. Ah, that's loads better. Cool. Excellent. Excellent. Yep, I'm going as well. Thanks, One Bit. Thanks for your help. Good to see you. And catch you later on. If I don't catch you the weekend, have a good weekend, but I probably will. See you, man. Right. Well, that seems like a good point to say thank you very much for joining me. And let's commit some code to the repo. GitHub. There we go. Right, okay. So I need to add a new repository. And dev, Godot, projects, Spordio, select, boom. There she is. There's all our changes. Well, that's quite a few changes. So fix transition. So added greeting. Can't spell. And fixed transition out. Bug audio fade out. Cool. All right. It's coming on. So there's a few more things we need to do before we're ready to implement proper story. But we'll have to have another catch-up session with Steph soon as well and see what she's got on the cards. But thanks, One Bit Godot. Thanks, Ender Rifter. Thanks, Anime Power. Thanks to everyone that watched and joined us. And have a fabulous Friday night. Keep coding.